Just a pretty face.
Rob thought he burned up one of our GoPros.
They just temperature out, right? Because I've done that before too. But
I told him to burn it up. I didn't ask about it at 10, so.
We're live.
Yeah, Facebook also.
Okay. You good?
Yep.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in live today, this beautiful Saturday afternoon, or morning I guess, but we're going to be going all day.
It's great.
I have the absolute honor, myself and Rob and Chris and Terry and the rest of the crew, we have the honor of being here today at the Lieutenant Joseph DiBernardo Memorial Foundation weekend. It's a training weekend to raise funds for personal escape systems and so on. I'd like to introduce Kevin Yost, who's a dear friend. And Kevin is vice president of the foundation.
Yep.
And the training
seminar coordinator.
Seminar coordinator. A lot of titles, big business card, but it's a beautiful day. We have what, over 300 students?
We have a little less than 300. But,
okay.
Yep. And probably about 100 instructors.
100 instructors here from all over the country.
All over the country.
And students from all over the country too.
As far away as Canada.
That's outstanding. Give me just a little bit of background, and then what we're going to do too is we'll do a little talk about the background, how the foundation started, the mission of the foundation, and then what we can do is we're going to take a walk around the sprawling campus here in Suffolk County at the Suffolk County Long Island Fire Academy, and we're going to go through the different evolutions that are here, the different people that are training, meet some students, meet some instructors along the way, and show you what this day is all about. So next year you're not watching live, but you're actually here live, taking part of this incredible hands-on. So Kevin?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So the foundation is in memory of Joe DiBernardo. Joey was a lieutenant in the FDNY. As a firefighter, he was working in Rescue 3, and he was part of the Black Sunday fire that we all know about in January 23rd, 2005, where they were forced to jump out the windows and did not have personal escape systems. So Joey actually helped Jeff Poole by being his anchor and holding a rope as Jeff kind of went down and slid. He kind of fell, and then Joey had to jump out the window as well, trying to feed his way down the rope. So Joey was hurt, gravely injured. He passed away about 7 years later, unfortunately due to those injuries. And in 2012, we met with Chief D and Mrs. D, and we said we should have a foundation in Joey's memory. So we did it. We put it together and started towards the end of 2012. 2013 was our first seminar. We had 65 students, 2 days, just doing lecture only. But we were able to raise some money, and from there we started giving out grants for personal safety systems to departments that can't afford them.
Nice.
So to this date now, we're giving out some more grants tomorrow. I think it's another 89,000 due to COVID. You know, we didn't make a lot of money last year, so we're close to $700,000 now.
Outstanding.
That we've given out.
That's incredible.
We've given out over 1,000 personal safety systems, and we've trained well over 1,000 firefighters doing these seminars since then.
Wow.
So this is the 8th year we're running it. We're now doing 2 days of hands-on, 1 day of lecture, which will be tomorrow. So you guys will be there. It'll be great.
For sure.
But you know, we've kind of evolved. We make it bigger and bigger every year. We get more and more students here every year. So we actually had 297 signed up, and a little less than that actually signed in.
Okay.
They may be here.
Yeah, right. I get it. Well, I will tell you from an outsider looking in and being a part of this today, it's an incredible opportunity. You have some of the biggest names in the American Fire Service here teaching, and you have students from all over the country, and that's what it's all about, is making those connections, meeting the instructors, and then, you know, being able to share the passion with each other too. And so I know Rob's been in on some of the burns the last 2 days. I just got here today, and I'm excited to be here for the rest of the day. So why don't we do this? As we talk about Joey and his legacy and the mission of the foundation, why don't we show everybody, though, what we're doing here on the grounds today, and we'll start taking a walk.
So just before we even get to that, let me just explain. So what we put together this year is there's actually 19 different programs going on.
Wow.
So we have one that's off-site today. It's elevated class at Stony Brook University. Mike Dragonatti's running that, so it's an 8-hour session. Yesterday we were off the grounds as well. We did a live trench yesterday.
Wow, okay.
Firefighter Proving Ground, Darren Hoss.
Yep.
He ran that yesterday. He's up there today doing high angle.
Outstanding.
So we had off the grounds as well. So there's a lot of different programs happening, and some of those are even broken into 4 or 5 stations as well. So we have engine ops going on, 4 stations. We have ladder ops going on, 4 stations. So you're going to see a lot really happening here.
Well, and that's what I like. It's the diversity of it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, anything that you're looking for, any type of discipline in the fire service, you'll find here this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we got high angle confined space. We have trench. You know, we have thermal imaging. We have what else we got here? We got flashover, LPG, gas. I mean, we got everything. And Eckert's here. He's got his 16 stations.
Right. So. I think that's one of the versatility, and just so, like, because I know there's going to be some people out there who are like, hey, trench is cool, but that might not be my speed. But what I've seen is that there are so many cool tools that people are learning to how to the options. Like I've watched 4 different ways of stretching a line. Each one of them work, and each one of them are applicable to the American Fire Service.
Correct.
I've seen people doing water can stuff. I've seen people doing truck stuff. And what's awesome about the plethora of instructors we have is that each one has a different tip. It's been awesome, like watching Mo Davis and Mike Dugan work together, because each of them are feeding off. So that's one of the huge benefits you're getting here.
Yeah. I mean, even with doing the standpipes here with the engine ops, I mean, we're running a strictly standpipe class, but we're also doing it as part of engine ops here. And they're showing the different type of hose packing styles. So they're doing FDNY style, they're doing Chicago style, you know, they're doing California style. So you're getting to see different avenues and what works and what doesn't work. So it is really great for the students to try to figure out what works for them.
For sure. All right, so we're going to start walking. Chris is on our camera. Chris is going to try to keep up with us as we go. We do have to be conscious, and everybody watching, just remember, this is live. So we're on a fire ground. The volume's going to go up and down based on what's happening around us, but we're going to do our very best to make sure that you can hear what's happening. Kevin, why don't we walk?
We got a lot of ground to cover. It's a big academy, so.
It is. Chris, why don't you pan out and just show everybody how big of a space this is that we're dealing with today.
And just so everybody knows, I mean, Suffolk County has graciously let us use this facility for the past few years. Chief Ed Johnson is now the chief in charge here. Before that was Chief Bob Holly. You know, they embraced the foundation right from the beginning. The DeBernardos, even a few years ago, they donated $30,000 and put a flashover simulator here. So we now have a second flashover simulator, and that was from the DeBernardos in memory of Joey. This tower here, which was bought by the county, there were a lot of extras that were put on it by Steve from Affordable Drill Towers. And we dedicated this tower to Joe DiBonato, who was also an instructor here for many, many years. So, Joey fed off of training, and he loved to instruct and teach people, and that's why we made this so good about training. It's all about learning. So, but it's a big facility, and I can't thank enough all the instructors, but especially Suffolk County Fire Academy instructors.
Outstanding.
Today, so.
I love it.
So why don't we walk? We'll head back to the advanced auto extrication.
Yeah, sounds good. We're gonna hop over to the big column.
Yeah, so we have Paratech is here, Tommy Gavin and Rob O'Donnell from Paratech, along with some of our own guys to help and assist instructing here. But they're doing some underrides right now and using the Paratech struts, how it can be feasible to intricate extrications.
Right.
So
talk about the partnerships, right? You have a lot of different companies here that are supporting the foundation.
We'd love to have a lot more, to tell you the truth. You know, it takes a lot to put on a show like this. It costs us a lot of money. It costs, and we try to give back. We're giving out probably 99 to 100% of what we take in is going right back out to saving firefighters' lives. So, whether it's coming here for training, buying shirts, T-shirts, or even donating to the foundation or causes that we do, it really can benefit us. Right here we got them working on an underride in the rear.
Yep.
So they're using a lot of different tools. We have, the vendors bring out the tools for us. So we have Genesis, we have Hearst, we have Homacho. All of them will come out and support us and try to make this work as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And this is just one of many stations. And this is, we're talking technical rescue and extrication.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Good.
So while we're here, and I know he's kind of on the phone here, but we have just cool. We're live, Facebook.
We are live. We're live right now.
This is Jeremy Donish from NationalFireRadio.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
This is Rob Ridley from NationalFireRadio.
Nice to meet you.
But Jeff Poole was FDNY Rescue 3. He was with Joey on Black Sunday, and maybe you want to just kind of explain to the viewers kind of what happened that day.
So,
if you don't mind.
Yeah. Surprise, here we are.
Put you on the spot, right?
Surprise. Yeah. So here we are.
Thank you for just giving us a few minutes. I appreciate it. I know.
There's no autographs today, right?
You got it. You got it.
Kevin will do that. Yeah, right. So we go back. I mean, it's coming up on 17 years. January 23rd of next year will be 17 years, and I just can't believe that it's 17 years. That call came in shortly before the 8 o'clock hour. We're sitting in the kitchen. We just had a run right before that. We're sitting around a kitchen table drinking coffee and doing fireman stuff. Solving the world's problems. Breaking each other's chops and having a good time. And who would have knew? And in a half hour's time, the world would change. And 2 guys would be dead, and 4 guys would be in a fight for their lives. And I guess it should have been a textbook fire, but there is no textbook fires. Unfortunately, there was a lot of monkey wrenches that were thrown in there that day. It was an illegally subdivided apartment building. Fire was on the 3rd floor of 4-story building, and the rescue company and 27 truck were on the floor above, and it was illegally subdivided up there too. So basically, we couldn't get to our fire escape. It was all SRO, single room occupancies. And firefighters became trapped in a matter of seconds. It went from a tenable situation to lights out. And 4 guys are. When I say 4 guys, I'm sorry. It's like 4 guys in the same room. 3 guys from 27 truck and myself are in one room. Joey D's in the adjacent room, same apartment, and 3 guys jumped from a window right next to me, and it should have never happened. We all had ropes in the New York City Fire Department till December 1999. They took them away from us, right? And they took them away from us basically to save money. There was no other reason. They needed to be replaced, and they weren't replaced. They said they were going to replace them. They never did.
Yeah.
3 guys jumped. 2 guys are, 1 guy was killed on impact. That was Lieutenant Curtis Myron, and
And then John Ballou jumped from another window. I'm still not too sure what window he went out there that day, and he was killed on impact also that day. Gene Stolowski and Brendan Cawley went out the window next to me, and I'm on a window air conditioning unit. The fire's blown out over my head, and I look to the left, and there's Joey. And I said, Joey, I got a rope. I bought a rope 6 months to the day. I bought it at Firehouse in Baltimore at the trade show, and bought this rope. And I said, I got a rope. I know where to tie it off to. Joey said, throw me the rope. And I argued with him quickly. He said, you got a wife and kids, you go first. And he became my anchor. Cut maybe 12 to 15 feet off my fall. Still catastrophic injuries. But I firmly believe that Joey saved my life that day, and that rope had a key part and saved my life. Joey used the same rope, clipped it onto a child guard gate, not a substantial object, rolled out the window, down to the ground he went, catastrophic injuries, but he survived that day. Unfortunately, we lost him 6 years later. I wear, that's part of the rope.
Wow.
I wear it on me every day.
Yeah. Impactful.
It's an unfortunate circumstance that we went through. It shouldn't have happened. But now we're doing, great things with, Joey's not here anymore, but we keep his name alive, with guys like Kevin.
Sure.
and Chief D, and, we're making firefighters safer. It's good stuff. It's pay it forward every day. I'm not crawling down a hallway anymore. I wish I could. I'd have 29 years on the job right now, but it's over. But, we pay it forward, and, we make firefighters safer,
Yeah. So, I'll tell you from, as a Jersey kid, we know this fire. Everybody in this area outside of New York City is very familiar. And for everybody watching, if you're not familiar with the Black Sunday fire, please take the time and go watch, listen, and read about the findings of that fire, how everything went down, and so on, and all the lessons learned, and how everybody's moved on from there. And today, the legacy that the Joey D. Bernardo Memorial Foundation does in his name. How impactful you guys have been. You're following Joey's mission, right? Because everything we hear about him was how much he loved the job, how much he was into his brothers and sisters on the fire ground. He loved it. And for what you guys do today and being here today to see this hands-on, and the amount of money that's been raised for grants to be given out in firefighters in the name of firefighter safety through training is incredible.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. I mean, Joe, to reiterate, I guess, some of your words, Joey was an encyclopedia of knowledge in the fire service. He literally was like Rain Man. I mean, he knew everything about the fire service. Right. And there's a guy that says, hey man, I know everything, but he literally knew everything. He dissected everything, and he wanted to leave the job better than what he found it all the time.
Right.
So
it's incredible. I wish I had the opportunity to have known him, but I feel like a lot of us do through understanding and meeting guys like yourselves. Kevin, I've known now for a year or two and gotten to know him pretty well, and meeting you today. You guys bring forth what this is all about. I mean, you guys are what Joey stood for, and for you guys to spend the time with his family to build this foundation for the betterment of the job is so commendable. And I think Joey looks down on you guys every single day, very proud of what you guys have done, and that's a testament to just the brotherhood and what this is all about. So, bravo, guys! Really, truly. Jeff, thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Truly, I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that, but
that's
what
we do.
But it's definitely a story that needs to be shared, and people need to understand and really understand how impactful that day was and how many lives were changed that day.
So if I could just add one thing. If somebody wants to reach out to me, I do speak on Black Sunday across the country, and there is a fee that I charge with that, but I'm not going to tell you that fee right now. And that fee doesn't go to me. I travel on my own dime. If you do choose to hear about that and the needs for the PSS, why you should be wearing them, and what happened that day, I do a whole lecture on it. That money goes right to the Joey D Foundation. You can write the check right to the Lieutenant Joseph P. D. Bernardo Memorial Foundation. I'd be happy to help you out and make that happen.
Awesome. So, I appreciate that. That's good. So we look forward to that, and hopefully
and Jeff,
we could do something together down the road.
Cut in a second, but Jeff does a lot of other things, not just for the foundation. I mean, he goes out there and helps out. The Brian Parrott, the Birdman. and doing other things, and some of that money comes back to us as well. I mean, Jeff just raised, what did you raise, $50,000?
So
$25,000?
We raised $325,000. I did a tactical combat challenge. It was 20 stations set up over 5 miles. That were all set up by former special operators, Navy SEALs, Green Berets, Rangers. And it was cool. You got to shoot a lot of guns and shoot out of a helicopter and jump into an ice bath. But I mean, the bottom line is it's called the Bird's Eye View Project, and that money that's raised by my buddy, he was a Navy SEAL for 8 years. It goes back out to the veterans and first responders. So there was 8 non-for-profits that benefited off of those, and Joey D's foundation was one of them, and I brought a $25,000 check back, to the Joey D Foundation, so it's
he does a lot of great stuff for the foundation.
I love it.
Behind the scenes, which is awesome.
Good. Well, absolute honor to meet you today. Thank you for
brother.
sharing your story.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good.
Thanks again, Jeff.
All right, guys, we're going to keep walking on. Thank you, guys. Enjoy.
So, listen, they just called me. They asked me to jump in the flashover box.
Okay.
They need another instructor. So
Good,
I'm going to have to cut out for a little bit, but if you guys want to go over to the flashover box, and when I'm done, we can kind of walk out and I can.
And that's
continue on.
fine, too.
So-
We captured an incredible story.
Yeah, I figured we grab Jeff.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
So let me run. If you want to kind of just walk around, they got the forcible entry VAS going on over here with the ladder ops. They got the high angle rope.
Yep.
And then the flashover box right on the other side. So
Good.
if you don't mind, all
Thank
right?
you, Ken.
I'm sorry to cut out.
I'm sure I can filibuster for a while.
I'm a busy guy. I'm sorry.
I know you are. So anyway, guys, we're going to walk. We're going to come around this way. And on the training ground, I'm going to rudely interrupt. We got Captain Dugan here doing his VES. And so the beautiful thing about this is an affordable drill tower. Steve Sanguidoce is a huge supporter of the Joey D. Bernardo Memorial Fund. He's been directly involved for many years. Captain, just so you know, we are streaming live right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Just so you know.
This is Louis Andrade. Okay. Jeremy Donch, who is with National Fire Radio.
Absolutely.
Okay, and Rob.
Ridley.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Louis the Legend from Engine Company 82.
I'm not a legend.
Yes, you are. This is, listen, we all need heroes. This is one of my heroes.
That is incredible.
This guy was in 82 Engine back in the heyday. Report
Right.
from Engine Company
Yes,
82.
absolutely.
And you are, I know you're in your 90s now, brother.
No, I'm 88.
Damn.
I'm only a kid.
You're only a kid. You're a youngster. Holy shit,
youngster,
you got
yeah.
more to go, bro.
But I'm so old. When I was in the fire department, Proby, son, do assistant house watch. Count the bells, write it on the board. Chief goes, only Chief. Chief Daring says, son, light the lantern. Excuse me, sir, there's a traffic light on Amsterdam and 97th. I don't give a shit. When it's Chief only, I want you out in the street with the lantern. That's how old I am.
Listen, that's amazing, brother.
I love it.
That's amazing.
But it's and a lot of times the officer would say, go with Fireman McGinnis, predominantly Italian, German, Irish names, and you do what he says. And the senior guy was more so than the officer, like telling you how to be a firefighter. So you senior guys, you got to teach the young guys, keep them straight, and tell them what to do and what not to do. And it's great to see you training, because with men like this, you get such good knowledge. You'll remember that little shit someday, and it will save your life.
Outstanding.
Outstanding.
But I know you got work to do. So,
Okay. Well, it is an honor, as always, to see you, brother. Okay.
For sure. Absolutely.
And I did see a picture yesterday online of Willie Knapp in his gear.
yes, Willie Knapp
Was in his gear because the guy from 88, Dana or Dan Potter, is doing a book, and he's
Yes.
got Willie working with him and doing it. He put his gear on the first time, and Willie Knapp, the legendary nozzle firefighter.
Yeah,
from-
we were lucky. We got Willie Knapp and Bill Kelly from 8 Engine Manhattan came up, and they were used to a lot of cellar fires, sub-cellar, and they were tough guys with the,
They were animals.
they
I only wish I could be a pimple on their ass.
well, could we be something else?
Listen, they were
Whatever
unbelievable.
you say.
They were unbelievable. Oh my God!
All
it's
right,
so
man.
great
I'm
to
going
see
to let you get back.
Okay, thank you. I'll see you. You're gonna be here for a little while.
I got to get. Ruthie's kind of housebound. So
Okay.
we went out to the cemetery and then we came over here.
Okay.
But are you going to be around tomorrow?
Yes,
I'll be at the
I get the honor of following Chief of Department Tommy Richardson.
Oh.
So I got big shoes to fill tomorrow, bro.
Well, I tell you what, you can fill his shoes.
I'm never going to fill his shoes, but I'm honored to go after him. I'm honored to follow him.
Absolute pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Men, good talking to you. Thanks for listening to my show.
Yeah, anytime. Captain,
I'm so happy to see you.
All right. So,
Captain Dugan, real quick, just say hello to everybody. We are streaming live right now.
how are you, folks? Just teaching, but we had to. When you see one of your heroes, you have to interrupt what you're doing for those people.
I love it.
And that's why I wanted you over here.
That's what it's all
because
about.
He is one of my heroes. And they just stopped him 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, from carrying the can in his department, his volunteer department. He was walking around with a hook and a can over his shoulder in Setauket. Okay? That's the kind of person that I want to be when I grow up.
Absolutely.
So,
And that's what this weekend is all about at the Joey DiBernardo Memorial Weekend. You
So-
meet incredible
Yep.
people. Thank you, Captain
no
Dugan.
problem.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you,
Mike.
guys.
Thanks,
So,
guys.
Searching.
That's what this weekend's all about, is you come across and you find different instructors here that have a national presence, and then you find the storytelling and then legends of legends, and it's an incredible opportunity. So Captain Dugan is doing VEIS over here on the affordable drill tower. They can build out the tower, put in plywood windows, frame them out so you can do escapes, entries, anything you want to do. The affordable drill tower allows you to do that. I'm going to bring it over here. We got Danny McCauley. We got Danny McCauley out of Boston, On Scene Training Associates. They're here. Danny, what are we doing? I'm sorry to interrupt. Your station?
We're doing roof operations, both peak roof and flat roof operations. Saws.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Got it.
Guys, sorry to interrupt. So another great opportunity to use the drill tower. You can see they got peaked roof ventilation and flat roof ventilation behind it. And then also, going on up top, two things. They're doing standpipe operations and they're doing high angles. So they have the window washer skid here as well that they can do training and extrication of victims off of the rig and so on. Over here, Richie Stack out of Chicago. My man. This man is incredibly handsome.
Ooh, he's incredibly intoxicated, then now to think that.
Richie's been a good friend. He's done a lot of teaching across the country, a lot of truck company operations, right? We do a lot of ground ladder work, a lot of saw work, things like that.
Company officers, classes, RIT, and engine.
Excellent, brother.
All great stuff. So first time here at the Joey D event.
What do you
Joey
think?
D Foundation. Phenomenal training ground here in Suffolk County.
Yeah.
Awesome facility, awesome buildings. It's great that Affordable Drill Tower has these structures up. I was a naysayer against Affordable Drill Tower when I heard about it until I got to actually operate on them. Actually an awesome idea and concept. I mean, the cool thing is you can take out a bar and you can put a forced entry door anywhere in this building.
Correct.
I can't do that in a burn structure. So
That's right.
other great thing is just the shared information and knowledge from the other instructors as well as the students. So it's been a phenomenal weekend.
Awesome, brother.
And I had this guy be my Uber driver all week, so I don't know if he wanted to, but unfortunately he's been stuck
It's
dragging
been a
me everywhere.
pleasure. It's been awesome.
Great seeing you guys. National Fire Radio guys are awesome. You guys rock.
Thanks, Richie. I appreciate it, brother. So we're going to walk this way. We're going to walk the grounds.
Can't meet your wife?
Where? So we're gonna head down, Chris. We got do a pano of the whole training ground. It's pretty crazy how robust it is. You know, we're working off of 2 drill towers over here. They have confined space here as well. Kevin mentioned they did off-site trench. Chris, you're walking through big puddles. We're gonna come this way.
One of the really cool things that's been happening is that this burn building that they have over here as their taxpayer, they've actually been running like 4 or 5 different evolutions in it. So like right now, even as we're doing hose line class here in the front, on the back side they have a cam confidence class going on, and you wouldn't know the difference as a student. So that's kind of been a neat thing to see.
So the nice thing about this facility, right, so this taxpayer, if you will, behind me we have Aaron Heller from On Scene Training Associates. So Asta, he's got his full crew here, and they're doing hose line advancement and so on a commercial building. And so they're going in, they got live fire inside the building here. On the other side, they're doing more live fire, and around the back, they're doing live fire also. We'll head to the back real quick, Chris. So what you have back here is part of Eckert Fire Tactics, and what they're doing back here is they're reading fire conditions. So they're showing the students and the instructors are showing the students fire conditions to look at, the floor versus the ceiling, introducing water and things like that. So you get a real good appreciation for fire behavior, temperature, rollover, things like that. So it's a nice little burn room back here. Like I said, Eckert Fire Tactics, they're manning this station. And they got some incredible instructors here doing that as well. So we'll keep walking. This weekend comes together. We've become a part of it this weekend because of Kevin and the foundation and the great work they do. And we were honored to be a part of it. We've gotten to know Kevin, introduced us to it, wanted to show us what they do this weekend. Unfortunately, he just had to run away. He's working on flashover now and so on, but we're gonna keep walking. So this is their taxpayer right here. They've got a beautiful, beautiful Mac Baker aeroscope. You better get that, Chris, with a pump, by the way. So, we'll get Kevin back later after the flashover to talk about a couple other things, but, some things to discuss too is a weekend like this with almost 300 students on the training ground, the logistics that go into this, the amount of people you need, the training companies that are here, that are willing to put in their time and be a part of this event because of what the give back is, it's so incredible. And that's the mission of the Joey D Foundation. It's just that give back, and it's just an incredible experience to be here. Chris, can you just pan here? I want to show this. I haven't been through this building yet today. I'm hoping to hop in there later, but really exciting to see because this is our bread and butter fire, right? Single family, attached garage, right? I mean, you're looking at probably a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home. This is Suburbia, USA, and they have this beautiful training prop. So not only do they have the taxpayer over here, but now we have a single family dwelling with an attached garage. This is our bread and butter fires that most of our suburban communities face every single day. And it's a great looking prop. I can't wait to get in there later on. So we'll walk down this way. We got another affordable drill tower built on the existing block tower here. And again, Steve Sanguidoce and the crew from Affordable Drill Towers, big supporter and of the Joey D Foundation. And we're doing ladders here. We're doing truck company placement, I believe, ground ladders as well. And you got guys like Steve Sanguidoce, Mo Davis, just incredible people that give back their time to this event. Tomorrow is all lecture. So Friday, yesterday, and today is all hands-on. And tomorrow is going to be lecture. I believe there's 4 lectures during the day tomorrow. And so on. So it's a full weekend, but man, you get your bang here. I mean, you get incredible stations, plenty of opportunity. You have, as you can see, we're getting our steps in today because it's a big fire ground. But the nice thing about having a big fire ground is the ability to not step on each other. So often when we're doing training, we try to pack so much into a tight space, and you got people tripping all over each other. Here, plenty of opportunity across the board. So we're gonna walk this way. This is Eckert Fire Tactics here. I'm gonna see if I can grab Bobby, and the rest of the crew is here as well. They do their 16 stations. We'll cruise through, head over this way. Sean, you got a minute? We're live. You mind?
How's my hair? Should I put my helmet on? Should I look?
Sean Egan, a dear friend, one of the animals of Eckert Fire Tactics. Sean, what are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing some firefighter survival and Mayday stuff here. So we're sending the crews up. We're working them through a Mayday. They're in the middle of their primary search. Ceiling's coming down on them a little bit, getting them entangled, making them think their way through it. Then we're talking them through a mayday. I'm up there being myself or Nick or Mike, we're being the dispatcher or the chief outside. So they're working through a mayday, then we're coming out and we're doing a bailout. So they're gonna head first bailout, we're doing the hook 2, reach 3, twisting themselves around, on our way back down to safety. Sometimes we don't have time to deploy our personal escape system, so we have to just, traumatic fire event, we gotta go out the window, so we're teaching them some good techniques to get them to the ground safe so that they can get themselves out. If the 3 of us are in there, a couple of us that like our pasta, we gotta go. There's no time to wait. So quick out, transition, down to the ground, next guy right out. It's working really well. The students are doing a great job. I think they're getting a lot out of it.
Excellent, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. See Bobby here too. Bob, we are live right now.
Okay.
So just so you know, talk it to me a little bit about Eckerd Fire Tactics, what you brought to the table today, this weekend at Joey D.
So we did it like in a bridge version of our Take It to the Streets. We were able to work in 16 skill stations with our partnership with Fastboard. We always try to get them involved. We believe in the product and want to get it in the hands of firefighters. So we always try to get them in as a skill station. And we just brought real world fire training. Everything's realistic. We're under fire conditions, smoke conditions, zero visibility, no smoke machines. Regular hot smoke, not cold smoke.
Beautiful.
And guys are out here just working and honing their basic skills.
We were talking about, for you guys running 16 stations, it's a handful.
It is.
Right? Logistically speaking, also personnel, right?
Personnel.
And then also giving the student the experience they deserve.
We are trying very hard. I hope we meet the expectations. We don't have our full setup and our full staff here.
Right.
The front office staff, they're not here, so it's been very interesting. But no, we're making it work, and it's again, it's on a bridge version. So, but if you want to come and check out our Taking the Streets, we're doing one in March in Westchester, PA, March 11th, 12th, and 13th. So
good. Yeah. I've got to know Bobby and his team very well over the years now. They do put out an incredible product. And they are making a difference in the fire service. Bob, thanks for your time, brother. Appreciate it. We're going to walk the ground, though.
Yeah, good.
A little bit more and so on.
Have
You
fun.
want to give me in the back here? What are we doing? Service back here?
We're doing just like a house fire, private dwelling fire. It's always firefighters on top of firefighters. That's just how it is. So
Absolutely.
we try to recreate that at our station. So we have a blind force splasher station right here. We have a stretch coming through here, and as the stretch is happening, they're not flowing. It's more about moving the hose line. Okay, and there's some obstacles in there for them to face. It's actually a very tough stretch. And then behind them is a simulated ladder company going in and hooking ceilings, and we got a knee wall prop in there as well.
Nice.
And then they're coexisting with a downed firefighter being rescued. So when there is a mayday, we obviously rescue the firefighter, but we also continue the firefight.
That's right.
So we're able to work all 3 of them in together.
Good. Yeah, love it. I love the Fastboard. It's an incredible product. We've done a lot of work with the Fastboard in the past. It's a good partnership between Eckerd and the Fastboard for sure. So Bob, thank you very much. We're going to wander and
Enjoy. All right, guys.
Appreciate it.
I was trying to keep you from standing on it.
One of the really cool things that Eckerd Fire Tactics was able to do here was that they built this prop out back. So the other day when we were here, they were also having a hose truck come through this burn building. They couldn't burn in this burn building, so they actually built their own prop back here, and they actually had a little bit of a fire going in there, so there was something for the nozzle team to do. And the other thing that was really cool to watch was that we talk about a lot of departments in the country being short-staffed, so they actually had the guys coming through with the line doing a search before they opened that bail up and ruin their conditions, finding victims, pulling them out, and making that transmission on the radio. So searching off the line was something that they hit on here, and it was pretty cool to see. So
Absolutely. I mean, I think the other thing too to talk about is the creativity, right? There's a lot of training companies out there, but it's the creativity of what they bring to the table, right? So like if you want real world, there's crap, there's shit in your way, there's a lot of stuff happening, there's firemen climbing over the top of each other. That's real world scenarios, and that's what they're putting together here. So
yeah, actually, Jeremy, on that note, if we go to the front here, you'll see that one of the things I think Bobby does a lot when he have them come in with the program, and I think they were a little concerned about it here, but he said, I'm not lighting the cars on fire. He has the cars up here just has that obstruction is what we would see in the street. And it was really cool watching people try to manage X amount of feet of hose the other day with Hillard up here, and like him kind of putting the pressure. Are you ready for the water? Are you ready for the water? Are you ready for the water? And watching them get that real life experience as they're going to stretch through these props and then do everything else.
Oh, what are you talking about? Parking lot stretches, right? This is not a parking lot stretch. This is a real world stretch with real world obstacles. For sure.
Hanging wires and everything, the ground ladders, everything that you're going to find and encounter on
I think the other thing too, across this whole training event, is seeing how engaged the students are. And when I say students, they're not students. They're here because they want to be here. They want to better themselves. They want the camaraderie of it. So they're not really students. They're just firefighters being firefighters. And that's what it's all about. When you find the instructor cadre from all these different companies that are here today, the way they talk to the individuals that took time out of their weekend to come here to learn, to play, to enjoy the brotherhood, and you see the relationships and the bullshit sessions that go on, that's what this is all about. And it's an incredible event. So we're going to walk this way, we'll come back around, Chris, and then we'll head out and head up towards the flashover.
I don't remember the class or what they called this over here, but what they've been doing a lot in this tower is using different aerial devices. So tower ladders, straight sticks, kind of showing how quick they can set up, how they can operate them, what the strong and weak points are. Huge thing to do, especially if you're looking to get a new ladder truck and you're trying to figure this out. Don't just say, hey, we're gonna get a tower ladder because we think it's safer or we think it's better. Like, come to a class like this and learn the pros and cons of each apparatus. They've been doing it here, it's been great. Been seeing them shoot the aerial devices up to the roof, up to the towers, doing rescues, practicing scrub area and all that stuff. So just another thing that they're bringing here. Head over here, Steve Sangadoce from Affordable Drill Towers is just doing finishing up. I think he's doing a surge class. Him and Mo Davis, so
real quick, there's something in your mind of what you think. Give me 1 second. We're gonna go back up there. I'm gonna figure it out. You'll be like, holy shit, this is nothing like I envisioned. And you guys have all already figured that out. You already know that. You've made fires, so you know after the fact when you go in overhaul. Oh man, I didn't know that was a bathroom. I thought that was the master bedroom. You know, so you'll be able to see that after the fact. Hey Steve, real quick. Sorry guys to interrupt. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, and all that, right? So I just want to do a quick introduction. Steve Sangadoce, Affordable Drill Towers. He's got 3 of his towers here. We've been talking about them all morning. And of course, Mo Davis. What are you guys doing here?
Doing some search and rescue, man. We're giving them the Houston Fire Department way and sharing some nuggets with them.
That's it. So Steve's retired out of Houston, 68s, and District Chief of 68s, Mo Davis. 2 very good friends, and frankly, to have you both here teaching together is a lot of fun.
It is fun.
I love seeing that,
man.
I absolutely love seeing it. I appreciate your friendships. Guys, thank you for letting us intrude. We're just going around filming for the Joey D Memorial Foundation and getting the word out there about what a great weekend it is. Real quick, if you guys wouldn't mind, anything that sticks out, I mean, the experience itself has got to be great. I mean, I'm looking at who's teaching, the size of this fire ground, all the different stations that are here. Any nuggets, anything, not to put any of you on the spot, but any feedback so far?
One thing Joey always taught me when I was younger is just always have paramount training. So always have paramount training and train to the best of your abilities to make yourself a better firefighter. So
Awesome.
That's what Joey always told me when I was younger.
Outstanding, man. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. But that's what this weekend's all about. And it's about, again, it's about learning from some of the best. And not only that, but it's also sharing. I mean, you guys know a lot that I don't know. I know some things that you don't know. And that's what this is all about. And so on. So keep it up. Keep up the hustle. And thank you for being here. The foundation appreciates you being here. And I know I do, and the rest of the guys too. So thank you. I'll get out of your hair. So enjoy, guys. Enjoy your day.
Jeremy, NationalFireRadio.
There it is. So we'll walk up this way. We got flashover. They're doing propane cylinder out in the field as well. So when Kevin was talking about the diversity of this weekend, I mean, you literally are getting just incredible opportunities to do things that you might not have been able to do before, try something new, or get into something that just hones your skills even more so than where you are right now in your own career.
They were doing operations out of this house the other day, and it was amazing to see them using the fast board with and without, and just some of the students that were coming out there, that experience of just getting to try something different that's not a concrete slab somewhere.
Right, right. So Chris, I don't know if you want to pan this way, but they got cars piled up for extrication. They got the propane tank out here in the field. So, and as we go, so the one and only Michael Ciampo doing forcible entry, what he does best. He's teaching over here. And we'll come back in a little bit with Kevin to show that off some more. But obviously the blue door.
What do you need? Need a plate leg?
We've got metal cutting out here in the field as well. We talked with Mike before, and he's just really, I mean, it's just learning from some of the best. And that's what this weekend is. The power of the Joey D Memorial Training Weekend is just incredible. And I challenge any of you that's watching or will watch this to see and look at it next year and make it a priority to make this one of the training events that you attend. Not only does all the money go to an incredible cause, but you surround yourself with some of the best in the industry. So, as you can see real quick, we'll just focus in real quick.
You want to do that again? You want to show them that? The roof man thing? Let's show the roof man thing. Hey, National Fire Radio, how you fellas doing today? We're going to show you a little trick.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. How are you guys? How's it going?
Going good, man.
Yeah? Incredible weekend, huh?
All right, so we're going to go over that roof man tip real fast. Good. Out with open door of the bulkhead. Right, we pry it up from the bottom. We got our purchase. He's going to put the bottom in. We're going to just show you using his leg. He gets his gap. He goes back with the abs. Right? He pulls back with the Halligan bar. Pull back on the Halligan first. He gets another purchase. He makes sure it's a pry bar end. He can just lean with his body. Stops. Hold on. Now he gets back in there. Right now he has two options. You can either force here, come back. You want to try both? Get that hand further on the fork. Let's see what happens. Just a little tip. How to use two hands, two tools. Right? When you walk around, if you don't have a set of irons, always carry a hook and a out. Two hands, two tools. You'll go a lot of places in the truck. That's Mike Ciampo's tip of the day. Stay safe, National Fire Radio viewers.
Love you, Mike. That's live, buddy. That's live. I love it. We got metal cutting out here in the field, Chris. So they got simulated roll-up and bars and gates. Nice setup. It's not every day, especially if you're not in an urban department using metal saws. It's not every day that you're using, rotary saws for forcible entry, especially in the suburban and rural communities. It's much more commonplace in the urban setting. So, and then also here we got flash fire training, their trailer, forcible entry trailer, and so on, where they're doing inward, outward, and so on. So, a lot of opportunity here. You can see, Chris, if you just pan out, I mean, that's where we started, all the way over there where the tower ladder is. That tower is where we started, and we walked the entire fire ground to come all the way back around. Behind us is the tent area where the beginning of the day was, as well as where lunch will be served, and so on. They really take care of the students and instructors here as well. So liquid propane out here in the field. We're going to end up down here at the flashover simulator, where Kevin Yost, who's the vice president of the foundation, he was supposed to be doing his tour with us, and he got called in because they needed an extra set of hands on the flashover simulator. So we're going to walk down here, and then we're going to end the live feed from here, and hopefully bounce back to it in a little while.
That's been the cool thing about this, is watching all the instructors work together. I guess something like this where Kevin got called over, and I've seen it a couple times where people are switching spots on the fly because they don't, there's no patch on the shoulder. It's about the foundation.
For sure. And I don't see Kevin. I guess Kevin's in the box. Maybe, or I don't know if they're in the box right now or not. But this is where Kevin was called over to. So we'll get back with Kevin in a little bit for another live right after this. But that's what this weekend's all about. Opportunity. You have plenty of stations, plenty of opportunity to find something or a bunch of different disciplines to hop into for the weekend, and we're honored to be here and to be part of it, and we'll bring a lot more to you from the training ground here with the Joey DiBernardo Training Weekend out in Suffolk County, Long Island. Rob, let's go have some fun, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Guys, thanks for tuning in, and we appreciate the support. And remember the foundation, the Joey DiBernardo Memorial Foundation.
That's the worst. People think you have it better when you know somebody. Oh no, they're like, I'll put you on the back. Just turn it off.